Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So today's message, it's gonna be different. We're just gonna do like not a yearly recap, what to look forward to the next year. Because it seems collectively, there's this big shift coming. They keep showing like a wheel, and the wheel's finally turning. And when I did this, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to kind of bring in like the planetary houses, but because it starts in January, which follows the Gregorian calendar, it's not quite going to be as accurate because in tarot and all that, the first house, like the real first of the cycle, is an Aries season. Okay. So yeah. So we're just going to go with that. I kind of did like, I just kind of like went into the energy to see what was going on, and I heard the path is clear. Like there might be some obstacle. No, there's not even going to be many obstacles, and I'll tell you why. The very first card out was the Tower, but the Tower was in reverse. So like starting off January, it says like, it seems like you went through a lot. It seems like you went through so much last year. Again, it keeps talking about like cycles of 7. And so it's like you've already gone through such things in the past. Like the real heartache and the hard parts are over. Now it's just kind of that like opening it up, embracing. And it always talked like yesterday's video was like how the rebel has to go away and then come back. So I feel like that's that comeback moment. I heard it's the greatest comeback ever. You're the comeback kid. And so, as I got everything set up, I was moving my charms. Got all these little charms here. And I was like, I want to shake it up and see if one comes out. But I dropped it. And the only one to fall out was this teensy pink crown. And on one of the videos the other day, we never got into it, but at the very end, it talked about a pink tutu. And so that's what I'm kind of seeing is like this pink crown has something to do with the pink tutu. Oh, damn. Yeah. Two. So I added up all the numbers, right? January 1st, 2025, added it all up, came to 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. That's 2. 2. And so here's a pink crown. And they keep saying like, it's like you've kind of, oh, look at that little crown. It's like you've mastered whatever it is that challenge was. I feel like within you, there was this thing that really needed you to take a real good look at it. So let me tell you the cards first. Yeah, no. And then this, as that fell out, this popped up again. And I really feel like this is like my mantra to life. Like I have so many of these, I made so many of these, but this one follows me everywhere. And it says, we must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. And I'm feeling in the past energy, I feel peace, right? I don't feel anything pulling on it. But in the future aspect, when I tap into the energy, I'm getting like giddy, like a little schoolgirl, like really excited. And when I added up the 2, when it came to 2, they kept saying like things are coming together this year. Things that you don't even know because you let go of stuff because you didn't know why you had to let go, but it's like things are coming together. So as this said, you have to let go of the life you had planned. And in a lot of these cases, I feel like people did what they thought they had to do, but it wasn't balanced mind and heart as to accept the one that's waiting for us. And so when we try to tell spirit that we know better than them, we shut our hearts down, we do whatever society tells us to do, it hurts us. It hurts us on such a deep level. So I see that's where that rebellion's coming through, because spirit's like, we had a very big plan for you. We had a higher purpose than you just... This is some people's path, but the white picket fence, getting married, going to work, coming home, and that's it. That's all you do. You stay in your little circle, in your little dog run. And I mentioned dog run because here we have the dog. And that dog, this is in reverse. That dog is chained up and it's just running in this one track. And the more you run on that track, the lower and lower and lower. And the more you're in a rut. And then eventually you're so far in a rut that when you look up, it's like, I can't get out. I can't let go of these things because I put so much of my life into it. I put so much energy. I put so much of my heart. But your heart didn't want that. Okay. Yes, your heart wanted it, but it's almost like what Spirit's showing in this is like your heart wanted it, but like you were forcing it. And it should be easy. It should be receptive. It should, remember? It should fill up their cup and it should fill up your cup. And so many people stay stuck in their little, I almost see like a terrarium, right? You put the plug on and you can never go outside that. You're stuck in a bubble. And we came to Earth to have this earthly experience. Like the Earth is so cool. There's so many people here. Like go out, meet people, and Spirit will guide you to the right ones. So, I pulled these cards a while ago. I don't even know where I put the rest of the boxes. Okay, so to actually do like all the monthly ones, we're gonna use the manga tarot. And it's not really based off of any story. It's just done in the art style. Something to do with art is important. And then to clarify in the middle, we have the golden future, because we want to know, like, how can we let go of that past, right? And embrace what is waiting for us. And then last but not least, we've got the weird world. Because you might feel weird when you start to get these messages to like let things go. Like everyone told me I had to think this way, and it's not true. So got them all laid out. When I looked at them, they didn't make sense because I wasn't really connected. So now that I'm finally like filming, this will come out. But first I want to go into the chunk in the middle. So again, we have that dog, and the dog was in reverse. And that's that being stuck, right? When I think of a dog, I think of loyalty. And right here we have like a husky. So I feel like this husky has all the strength, has all the power to endure and go long distances. But if you have that, remember those 2 cups, not everyone getting fulfilled? I feel like someone has been over pouring into someone else's and now their cup's empty. And so the loyalty, it's like you have to take things back. The next one to come out was the cross and the scythe in reverse. When you have loyalty to people who don't trust or value you, it devalues, right? Your soul is meant, it's almost like you have these plans, you have these lessons, and we have karmic things we need to work through. It could be positive or negative, who knows, right? But I feel like when we think of terms of karma, negative, we'll use like the repercussions, right? I didn't learn from my mistakes. I didn't learn my lessons. And so Spirit has these things that they're kind of like putting on your path. And your path is supposed to be smooth sail forward. But if you've been like, I don't know, I see the gate. I don't want to go through that gate. I'm just going to stay here in my little circle. That's your comfort zone. And it's like in my little comfort, I can tell myself what I want to hear. I could pump up my ego and tell me like, but when I go out past the gates, there's a whole wide world. And those people think differently than me, and they have different beliefs and values than me. And so now I don't feel safe. And so this is to say, like, to actually trust and continue forward. This scythe, why is it in reverse? I don't know. You taking your loyalty back. I think someone has just been so falsely loyal to something that has been consistently wanting to destroy them, right? It's like you're getting taken advantage of, right? It's just like you're like a dog. And okay, so I had to take a little break there. What was I talking about? Okay, I was seeing an image that I didn't like, and it was like I was saying it's like someone kicking a dog over and over and over again. And that dog not biting the hand that feeds it, because that's how it gets its resources. And so the real thing, it said, the path is forward. Spirit is guiding you. And if you stay in that situation, it will take all your energy. It will take all your life. It will deplete and suck everything dry. So that's why it's in reverse. We're not deading this. It's just saying we need you to go on your path and follow your true purpose, your true north. So underneath that, with the future ones, we have angels. There's a lot of angelic guidance in this time. And they want you to be like loyal. Like if you're going to be loyal to you and talk to spirit more than to put all this trust and faith in these people that keep kicking you when you're down. The next one to come out is the new children. It says, be all that you can be. So the new children. I'm hearing the crystal children, the rainbow children, the children that are here to change and raise the vibration of the earth. I'm being drawn to the daisy in the middle of his heart. And what does that bring me to? I feel like a daisy. When I think of daisies, I think of someone who has like really, okay, I'm seeing someone be like, he loves me not. He loves me not. And I'm being like, I don't care, right? Like, and like incorporating like that good and the bad and the saucy and the kindness, the everything. It's like this perfect blend. And like, look at this. Pew! It's like such a powerful, potent heart, but their mind is so illuminated, right? With these angels, it's almost like wherever they walk, they're just so connected. So again, I'm being drawn to say, we have to let go of what we had planned so that we can go for the life that's waiting for us. The world is shifting, and I think even in yesterday's video, it kind of like talked about boomers and like Gen Z and like how they're so different. But I feel like the boomers, those kind, Gen X, is more like the indigos, right? And then, yeah. So there's still cycles and lessons to learn. And so the next one to come out of that was the animals card, right? You're not meant to be kicked down all the time. We want you to thrive and be a part of this story that's unfolding. You are a part of Mother Nature. And I almost see like with this loyalty in reverse, it's like forgetting your connection to source, forgetting that you're a part of all of this, and finally stepping back into the spiritual aspect of everything, right? Not caring so much that things are the way to get ahead. That means that you're successful in life. So yeah, in a nutshell, it's talking about you taking away your loyalty to those outside of yourselves who don't fill up your cup, and putting that loyalty back into you and filling your cup up. And it's like that co-creation with spirit. Two, I see two. And when you're full, I see like you being able to come back to the world and like share with all different aspects of life. I see it as like from childhood, right? You had this little vision, this little something, especially from the angels, and then boom, it's like it's not within anymore. Now it's like you embody it. Oh, that's it. You finally embody like your walk. It's not like you're in this inner process of like sorting and filing. Am I not? Am I this? Do I do this? Should I do this? And then it's like the last 7 years, you've cleared up so much that like now I see that going forward, and you're walking your walk, you're finally talking the talk, and you're embodying who you fully, truly are. And I feel like when you were a kid, a lot of people didn't realize just how beautiful your mind was. You may have gotten made fun of. A lot of indigos, crystal, and rainbow children are misunderstood until later, because they're the rebels that need to come back. And so let's start off the year And so January, to start off January, we've got the Tower. That's not coming because you've already done these things. I feel like you've gone over and over and over and over. And it's now time for you to rest. I feel like you've been in this battle, and look, you can finally sleep. The first house is all about like yourself, your identity, and your goals. This is your I am present. And so finally stepping into that this year, you're really going to be walking your walk. And I feel like it's just going to start right from the beginning. From the very beginning, you're going to be very strong. You're not even going to go out and have to force things. You're like, I'm just going to rest and let everything fall apart. Let everything crumble, and everything that's left after, like, awesome. Let me tap in and see if there's anything else that they want to share about this. Yeah, in the upright for the Tower, like here she has her sword, and she's like, I'm going to make things happen. I'm going to force change on you. And Spirit's like, you can't force whatever is not meant to be. You can't. That's where that dog just got lower and lower, and that rut and that rut and that rut. And so eventually it's like you have to put your sword down. And swords in this, swords is all about air, intellect, the mind. Remember how beautiful that was? Rather than go and force change, force things to happen, force people to love you, like you. And that's even like, I'm kind of seeing people like love bombing. It's like, I love him so much. If I'd be so kind, it's like you have a manipulative something, right? And just be yourself. Let that beautiful mind, I almost feel like the more and more you hold a thought, the more and more like it becomes a belief, right? And that eventually integrates into you because you're feeling better. You're having a higher vibration. You're lifting. You're becoming activated, kind of. And that's where you just settle. You put everything down. So it says, I have like here, I am confident, strong, and ready to embrace new beginnings. That's what this year is. I'm ready to put on my little crown and let go of all those things. I in this one, usually, it's someone laying in bed. And as they lay in bed, there's these 4 swords like looming over them that are gonna like fall at any moment. It's almost like they're like hanging from the rafters by like these ropes. And so like, what if one, right? I see like the ropes fraying, and it could come crashing down any minute. So that's like someone at nighttime who can't sleep peacefully. Their mind is their own worst enemy. But in this card, they're sleeping peacefully. Because that's the main message in this. It's confident for you to put down whatever it is that you've been trying to force. You don't need force to manifest. That's the first sign that if you feel like whatever you're doing and you're pushing and you're forcing and it's not happening, maybe you need to go take a nap, meditate, somehow go within and reconnect with Spirit to see if this is actually what Spirit has planned for you. Because, right, we watch movies and we grew up and we watched our parents and all these things, and they think, you know, they're the role models that we want to follow. I actually had my friend ask, she's like, do you have any like positive like relationships that you look up to? And like, right, that you can, when you see something that you want, you know it exists, right? It inspires you to like reach for that higher cup. And I thought about it and I was like, the people, I actually had someone tell me, they're like, well, we thought you admired our relationship. And I was like, well, no, like that's not the type of relationship I want at all. In fact, like I don't want to be like you at all. That's not my path. That's not my journey. As I said, this has been following me my whole life as a kid. I learned at a very, very young age I wanted to be part of the group. I wanted to be accepted and liked and fit in. But I was doing this reflection today because there was like this one time I had this like major, massive betrayal. And it kind of like rocked my safety. But I think about it now and I'm like, Thank you. Thank you, universe, because those people sucked. They really did. They never, we were meant for different paths. And I kind of like look back at them and I'm like I'm happy. I'm happy everything worked out exactly how it was meant to, because I've learned so much from the path that Spirit was always teaching me. Betrayal and towers and all those things that you keep trying to force. I almost see like someone trying so hard to make everything work, but everything just keeps falling. It's like, just let it fall. And that's the energy that like previously, I feel like you've already gone through. So now everything's kind of fallen, and now you're just like, hey, I don't need to fight. I'm just gonna rest. I'm gonna sit here and wait until the next sign. So then we go into February, and February is all about like, I have, right? Because in January, I am. And so I have. What do you have? I feel like you've lost a lot, but this one says, I have everything I need to create to create stability and abundance. So this could go anywhere from like your values, your possessions, right? What do you value? Because the Spirit's been talking a lot about like, we keep thinking we want these things. We want the white picket fence. We want the crown and jewels and things like that. But once you get it, what is its value? The value is like whatever your heart puts on it. So what cards do we have for this? We have the Ace of Swords with 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's interesting. 10 of Pentacles. Look at this. There's like a marriage going on here, celebrations, but it's in reverse. It's saying like, I have. So let me tap in. Aw. When I look at these two, look at their faces. It's like the two who are getting married, the two that are, sorry, my hand's wobbly. The two that are getting married, they look so serious and sad and kind of afraid. And then you look in the background and it's like everyone's so happy, right? It's like the elders and everything in the background are happier than these people. And it's like these people being pushed together. And this should have been like a happy, joyous occasion, but it's in reverse. It's not what, their heart's not in this. I feel like these people have been pushed into a narrative that they're not ready for. So with that, we go to the Ace of Swords. I'm being drawn to all the elements. Earth, wind, fire, water. And this is a new idea, a new way of being. I have what about it? What? Okay, so I don't know what plant this is, but it almost gave me like, okay, at first it showed like it was a pussy willow, and I saw someone call someone a pussy, and I thought that was rude. And then I got to this as a dandelion and wishes. And the sword, Ace of Swords, is like a brand new idea. So I feel like whatever this is, like people kind of being forced into what they wanted, and everyone being like, oh, like going against your decision, calling you names, mean things like that. But in the end, it's like you've gotta master all the elements within you. I'm almost getting like the Magician card in this, because in the Magician card, he pulls everything through him and can create whatever it is that he wants to see. And I don't know, what do I get? In this relationship, I'm getting, especially when someone called someone else like the pussy willow, a lot of name calling, a lot of these other things. I feel like someone's really freed themselves from fighting. It might have been an abusive or a toxic relationship, emotionally abusive. And if that is your story and you resonate with that, like, so much love to you. You're not alone. Spirit has been there all this time. And they're saying you have to let go of the life that you had planned. Because I don't think you ever really planned to be mistreated. And accept the life that we have coming for you. So whatever this, I almost feel like it was always on fire. You always had to fight. You always had to defend yourself. So for you to actually like get to go back and like sit in this, like, I am safe and I'm at peace. Because what do I see? I see you're safe, you're at peace, and then that thought went away. That's okay. It might come back. So let's move on to the March. What's going on in it? I feel like, okay, this is the thing. Sometimes when it comes to healing, we just, boom, want all the healing to happen right now. But as this is kind of like unfolding, it's almost like whoever this is, I feel like that they've been like a dog tied to a chain. And like on that spike, like this dog has never been allowed to leave his house. He's chained up. And for you to actually get out there and move, it's going to be a process, a little bit at a time. It's not like the whole veil can be ripped right away, because like all these memories and these things come. Oh yeah. That you're safe. I feel like you're in this tower moment, and in this tower moment, there was so much fighting, but you felt like you had to stay there because there was no other option. You just had to do what you had to do and grin and bear it. And so you're like, I can't make it on my own. And in the tower in reverse, like I see you sleeping peacefully. I see you getting yourself, I heard, get out of Dodge. And you, whatever it was that kept you mentally trapped and confined to this, it's almost like you broke the chain. So the next one to come in March is all about like communication. So once you finally get to your freedom space and you let things unfold, like little things are going to come up. Sometimes there might be like rage. Sometimes there might be like anger, sadness, grief, shame, all these things. Because I feel like it's an inner child battle. You know, the inner child's coming back up. So over here for March, communication, learning, and connections. I think clearly and express myself with confidence and purpose. So 6 of Cups is all about like nostalgia, like childhood memories. So I see the inner child, right? The new children. It's like that weird, quirky inner child that you always were, kind of coming back to light. And I almost feel like they tried to dull that one, right? A lot of the time your light will irritate people's demons. So if there's something within them and they just see that you shine so bright and that you glow and that you're such a caring, heart-centered person, and they know that they're not, a lot of the times they'll throw dirt at you. And so, gross. I felt it in my stomach. This dog, how I said he just kind of kept making ruts and getting lower and lower. I actually seen someone with like a shovel digging ditches to try and like, you know, crush that inner child. So in March, it's all about this authentic you coming back. It's, as it said, I think clearly and express myself with confidence and purpose. It's that inner child coming back, but guess who has the inner child's back? The one to come out with it is the King of Swords. So what is the King of Swords? The King of Swords is all about like control over their mental thoughts, their intellect. They love truth. And so when you're little, that's kind of what I see is someone could always like play on your vulnerabilities, right? They saw your heart, and their heart just pissed them off. And so they would cause all these conflicts and jabs and fires. And I feel, I don't know. I just see someone forgetting who they are for a bit. But once they come into this new year, this new cycle, you're going to bring back that inner child. But because you've gone through so much fighting and you finally learned to like rest and integrate it all, you have this like composure. And I'm seeing a king, right? King of Swords. We got this crown. I speak now with authority, truth. You can't take my emotions and manipulate me and be wishy-washy and try to hurt me by saying emotional things. Because I'll be like, that's just a reflection of them. They're, you know, they're losing control. They have all these things. Like, just let them be them. And so now it's like I see this inner child kind of coming back, and it says, be all that you can be. So integrating that back within you, and having this like really strong authoritative figure back that child up. And that's what I kind of see is like, maybe if this is even parents, maybe you didn't have parents to back you up, or friends, or a support system to back you up. And every time they threw an attack and dirt on you, it made you learn to go within, trust and heal and nurture, and now you back you up. And that, I feel like March, what do I see? I see in February is all like the thawing, right? That's when we have like St. Bridget's Day, things like that. Symbolic, right? We're in the middle of the darkest days to spring, right? We're going back to the light. We're going back to even more. So in March, that's what I kind of see is like closer to the sun and things melting. And when all those thoughts and feelings melt, little things that were hidden, like, ooh, childhood memories, or like things like that. But that's when I see like emotions kind of coming, melting, and you speaking way more freely. I feel like January, February is all about like processing still, resting. I feel like there's just been so many fights, so much blah, 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 blah. And now it's just like integrating, what do I want? What do I not want? And then March is kind of like this heart like sharing, like, kind of thing. So April is all about the home, family, and emotional security. I nurture my roots and create a safe and loving space for myself. And what cards do we have to reflect that? So they're both in reverse. And we have the Two of Wands. And she's holding like this little heart. It's like a heart locket. And she's like waiting for something to return. But it's in reverse. I don't think it's going to return. What's the next one? Three of Pentacles. Also in reverse. So just let me see what's going on about this. I'm just seeing like okay, especially with like the Two of Wands, is like two passions, two something, being drawn into two areas. You could go in love, or you could go into like service. So I don't even remember where I was, but I was talking something about like having that Two of Wands kind of being like split. So it was like being split between love and service and duty. They both were in reverse. So what is this about? Home, family, and emotional security. I nurture my roots and create a safe and loving space for myself. What does that mean? I kept hearing home is where the heart is, and she's holding her heart. I would like maybe some clarified cards. Home is where the heart is. And I feel like it says you have to let go of what you had planned. I feel like that this person was like, because like Three of Pentacles is all about like working together. And in this one, it's like two people coming together. Right? She's got her heart. She's ready to give it over. But she's very cautious because in the past, she's been loyal to too loyal and it got burned. But what do I hear? You have to let go of what's meant for you in order for spirit to share what's really meant for you. So I feel like someone's just a little bit guarded, a little bit something when it comes to the home. I nurture my roots and create a safe and loving space for myself. Boom, that's it. For myself. The other ones was like, I need to work with others to make this happen. I need someone to come in so that I can give them my heart. And it's like, no, 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 no. Like within yourself. You do those things for you and you build that. Remember? Queen of Swords. You've got the truth, you've got all this, you've got like, I really feel like a backbone finally from the previous month. And now this backbone, I feel like people kind of give you like false offers and like things like that. And it's like, I'm not going to accept it. That's what I see. I see you being like, I'm going to take my roots. And do you know what? When I went to Peru, you know, you think like trees, like grounded trees, they don't move. But when I went to the Amazon, there is one tree who can move. And so that's what I'm seeing right now. And so the tree, I don't know the real name, but it was called like a penis tree. And it had like the tree and it had like almost like the roots kind of like growing out of the ground. But like, let's say something blocked its sun. It was able to like unroot itself and like, it could move, it could walk. Oh, so cool. That blew my mind. I was just like, and so that's what I see here with this safety and this stability. And especially with like these two pillars, I feel like those are like two trees and spirit's like, guess what? All that you think is permanent and like rooted is not, it's not, right? Everything could change at any moment. So especially with that tree that could move itself being called the penis tree. That's what I kind of see is just like love offers that don't really offer much depth. And so like not accepting it. It's like, ugh, like I don't want to get trapped with you. And so, yeah, that's what I see. I see you standing back into your own freedom, taking things into your own hands, taking your heart into your own hands and not giving it all to these like, I'm hearing fuck boys. So let's go into May. So now we have creativity, romance, and joy. Romance, eh? I create joy and express my unique light in all that I do. So what do we got here? We've got the Princess of Wands. It was in reverse. So I'm seeing like that as like Kundalini energy. I see the princess as like almost too hot. It burns way too hot. It's kind of destructive. And what's the next one to come out? The Priestess in reverse. And what is she doing? Okay, so she's got her foot like in the water. So over here, we've got like fire and water. And fire and water don't really go together. They do, but they don't, right? Every yin yang, everything kind of flows. I feel like fire unattended could like burn everything down. But water is just as destructive. But in these ones, they seem calmer. She has her foot in the water, but when I look down here, there's a book. There's something that your heart is telling you emotionally. And I feel like it, what is this about? Creativity, romance, and joy. I create joy and express my unique light in all that I do. Okay. I'm picking up, I want to pull a clarifier maybe. I was like, I'm picking up just a little bit of reckless abandonment, anger, untapped whatever, and just like, remember with this back here in March, it was all about you like learning to step into your truth and bringing that inner child. And like, I feel like the King of Swords, he's not an emotional person. He's going to scrutinize all the facts and logic and all those kind of things. And I feel like you're gonna be in that place and you're like, I'm confident, but then this kind of thing coming. And I feel like people, this is like a test of boundaries and beliefs and values. And so I feel like in May, with the High Priestess in reverse, it's like you know what to do. You've done all this like inner reflection, those kind of things, and you stand your truth. But whatever this was that kind of came, it's like it's like a hidden wound that you didn't know energetically was a little bit there. And as it said, you're going to start off at the beginning of the year because you've been in so many towers, so many things that it's like it's peeling back the layer. And so I feel like a raw wound or emotion, something to do where you're not thinking. It's like you're going to be like a little bit out of control. And I feel like it's anger. I do want to pull a clarifier on this. I want to use the future. They're saying, especially when you can't see, when your heart, because I feel like the heart has just been, people have not cared about your heart. They, especially with this one, right? What is she again? The Princess of Wands. She's very like fiery and passionate, and like probably people just saw them as like a hit it and quit it type energy, thinking that they're very lustful and seductive or something, and not really seeing the real depth, not seeing the High Priestess and the knowledge and this inner child, because this was always there, but people didn't really take time to get to know them. So I keep seeing when you feel like you're mad about others outside of you, always trying to put you on a leash and not seeing how much you bring to the table. I see it almost like being enraged, and then Spirit's like, that's when you go to the angels, because I don't know, I'm just hearing like shit's intensive. So I pulled some more cards just to clarify, and we got this one in reverse. It says the 12 chakras, follow your ascension path. And that's what I feel like. You were on this journey and you were doing so good. And you are. This anger is healthy. It's telling you somewhere your boundaries have been neglected. That people have taken from you more than given. And this is like spirit, like when your body's reacting like that, we don't want you to rage. And so you might be mad at yourself for de-evolving a bit, right? You're in this High Priestess energy. You were in your King of Swords, speaking my inner child. I am who I am. And then kind of digressing a little bit. But the second card, where should we put these? They're not really part of the reading. The next one to come out was planetary cleansing. It says, keep your space pure and clear. So I feel like in the previous month, people are going to come and push things on you. And you don't want to do it. And I feel like your boundaries may be violated a little bit. And it's going to make you angry. It's going to de-evolve. You feel like you're de-evolving. But this anger is healthy. And the only thing, Spirit, what's the test in this, is for you to calm yourself, to put trust that we must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. I'm going back to like this one, whereas these two people aren't happy, but I feel like there's all these people as like, you got to do it, you got to do the honorable thing, and they benefit from it. They don't want you to be independent because whatever. And so this thing in you, Spirit's just saying, when it comes up, we want you to clear it, right? It's that onion. It's like you were doing so good, you think you're so good, and then this same energy was in your cells the whole time. So now that it's up in here, or like someone's triggered you, this is such a cool moment for you to go within, learn to communicate with your angels. How can I get through this situation? How can I take my foot off the gas? Because I feel like In this one, it's almost like self-sabotage. It will like burn everything down. And I lost one of my cards. Oh, there it is. Let's put that back there. So this is a moment about self-restraint. I think one of the most honorable things, yes, people are going to trigger you. Yes, anger is healthy. But can you recognize yourself when you've reached this loop that puts you on autopilot? And can you recognize that when maybe you're at fault? And are you able to distance yourself from the emotion, observe it, and integrate its lessons? And so that's me. And that's your creativity, romance, and joy. So it's either I feel like someone's going to kind of come and poo-poo on your art, your project. It could be a false relationship that is just like, why would you treat me this way? Whatever it is, it's something that, I don't know, you know how there's like that one cartoon and he's like holding a bag? It looks like potato chips, but on it, it says like happiness. And someone comes up and they're like, where'd you get that? And they're like, I created it. And that's what I feel like someone being like, give me your bag of happiness chips. And you being like, no, I create joy and express my unique light in all that I do. That's what okay. Let me read that again. I create joy and express. So there's anger coming up, and this anger needs to be expressed. And I feel like whoever this is, they're like, nope, I see things truthfully and objectively and all these things. And, you know, I got to be that kind, caring, loving child who should be seen and never heard kind of thing. But I feel like expressing this is healthy. It's coming up and out for a reason. But the only thing I see with this is it needs to come up and out. But can you bring that King of Swords energy into it where it's not going to hurt? Boom. So June, we have health, daily work, and routines. I care for my body and mind through balance and dedication. So what cards do we got here? We've got the Death card with Queen of Cups. Oh, I'm so happy about that one. Oh, I feel like crying. Okay, so on this, I feel like someone's been so lonely. They've just been on like their journey. They were like stepping away from things that they didn't like. People always poo-pooing on them. They really had to step into like the King of Swords energy and be like, no, and like boundaries and this, and like I'm gonna do it myself. And then I feel like people are gonna come, push, and provoke them. They're gonna get angry. And they're gonna get so mad at themselves for getting angry. But by speaking up on that anger that you shared, I feel like you finally got something off your chest, and that was the death of this tower. It finally is like, from the fire, it has finally illuminated and like transformed into light. And so with that light, we now got the Queen of Cups. Now we're in the real heart energy. I see like the positive aspect of the Queen of Cups where she's so kind and loving and nurturing. She's got that inner child fully integrated in it. And a death had to happen. Because when that person spoke up, I almost feel like I was so angry. I just had to tell you. And it may have hurt someone's feelings. It may whatever. And that's where the King of Swords was really in it. It's like, I need to speak my truth. And my truth is angry at this. I need my boundaries to be reinforced. And when you reinforce your boundaries with your truth, that might have been a little bit angry, might have been sharp and pointed, but it caused this death transformation. Someone finally is going to see, oh, I have tried to paint this Queen of Hearts in this mistress, seductive, sexual energy I'm kind of getting. Like, I don't know. I almost just see them being like, I see someone being lit on fire and just running around being like, ah, ah, and everyone they talk to is just so intense and so emotional, and like, people are like, ugh, like, I don't know. And so, but this was their energy. They had this beautiful heart to share, and they painted them as this. And so once they kind of like speak up on it and be like, and you did this to me. And I'm sorry, because a lot of the times my guides are like, don't point fingers, don't whatever. I don't see someone being like, you. I see someone coming in to wreck their happiness and peace again. They want this 4 of, right? I caused problems in your life, and I caused mental confusion and chaos. How did you get yourself out of that? Why are you standing up for yourself? Why is your inner child healed and so happy, and you have that strong King of Swords, Archangel Michael, protecting it? I want the other 4 of Swords. I want you up in the middle of the night wondering why don't they love me? What happened? And you're just like, no, I'm not going back into the past. We'll read it one more time. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. And the one that is waiting for us is this Queen of Cups, nurturing, loving energy. And so I almost feel like with you standing up for yourself in your power, in your meanness, I kept saying like, my guides, I got these saucy guides coming through. And I feel like a warning. That's why I wanted to do this, because a lot of the times my guides are like, come in, and I just say what they say. And I feel like it could hurt people's feelings, because I probably wouldn't say that to people, but yeah, share the message. And you know what? I don't even feel like that this is saucy, because whoever this is, who's like in this angry princess energy, masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter. It's your journey, and you have both of these within you. But there's this transformative moment. I feel like the angels are like, finally, like this death releasing, this is purging. Remember this one, the previous month was all about that planetary, what was it again? Planetary cleansing, letting go of the old and heavy negative. And once you do that with the death, now that you're back into like integrated into your real feminine beauty. The Queen of Cups, I see, what do I see about her? I see gold. Gold. What about the gold? I see it as almost like a stack of coins they keep showing me. Oh, because whoever this person, they weren't in that heart energy before. They weren't in that Queen of whatever. They were like always told what they were, how they were. And so this situation, they weren't embodying the Queen of Hearts. Like I don't know, the hearts here, they don't match. The people in the background love it more than these people. So what I see now, that you stepped into this, had this transformative rebirth, whatever, then you have this happen, right? Now everything's flowing and in alignment. Now you got the Queen of Swords, Queen of King. You got something. You've got the King of Swords, standing guard. You've got the inner child, happy. You got the Queen of Hearts, navigating the heart center. I feel like that's just so balanced, right? It's in alignment. So the next one to come out, are we on to July now? Oh yeah, and that was your health. And once your heart, I don't know, I just see like your heart being balanced. I see your emotions being more regulated. I don't see stress in your body. I see your health improving. I see things getting easier and lighter and happier and funner. I care for my body and mind through balance and dedication. The mind and heart by June is just going to be on such a flow. So next, we've got partnerships, relationships, and collaborations coming in July. I balance giving and receiving love in my relationships. So once you have this death moment and embrace the feminine Queen of Cups into your heart, now we can look into relationships. This one is Pentacles. This is 10 of Pentacles. This is not cups. This is not heart. This is almost like strategic money plans with no heart. So now we go through it. We got the mind, we got the heart, we got these death, transformative, whatever. Let's go to July. They're both in reverse. But what do we got here? We've got the Prince of Swords in reverse with the World card in reverse. Okay. So I see someone being like, do you ever notice that when you are in this alignment, you attract so many things to you? You're magnetic. And so when I always find, like, when I'm on my height of my game, when I'm the most joyous, most happiest, that's when, like, I always tended to meet my ex-partners, things like that. So what I see in this, Prince of Swords in reverse. And then look at this. I see a girl and she's holding an eye, right? That's spirit, that's the vision, that's the everything. She's focused on this. And this guy, he's kind of like focused on her. And he's got this weird look to his eye. And it's especially with this King of Swords, it's almost like very being reactive. I don't feel like that this masculine energy in this story has the balance of the mind and the heart. Because in this one, it seems like he's very much focused only on her, whereas she's focused on what Spirit's trying to tell her. I almost see like the eye in this is the third eye. And that's how, the third eye. Spirit talking. And so with love and partnerships, you know, when you're like so magnetic and you bring everything in, I'm seeing Spirit just say, we want you to use discernment with who comes to you, because people will see you shining your best and be like, I want that, right? That's my happiness. Where'd you get it? Well, I created it. And so I see someone coming and just like, I don't know, maybe you are in like a relationship and someone would be like, look at that relationship. They look so happy. I want in that. And like someone kind of come to like break it apart, or just someone being successful on their own and someone be like, if I hitch my wagon to that horse, they're going to take me to the finish line. I don't know. It's something that Spirit's like, you have your mind and heart in balance. And so now that it's in balance and you're magnetized, lessons are going to come. And you've been with these people in the past and they cause you such mental anguish that it crushed your heart, almost put out the flame. It didn't, but man, was it so close. And it made your mind be your own worst enemy. So use discernment when you see these people, because they're gonna like, of course, look how freaking magnetic you are. Look how much you love yourself. Well, they're going to come in and say all the right things. But I feel like, I don't know, it just keeps saying like, you keep focusing on what it is that you were doing before. Because what I almost see, like, you almost spent like half a year doing all this like healing journey, and now you have this plan or this goal or this something that you want to do. It's a hope, it's a wish, it's a dream. Remember those pussy willows that turned into wishes? Dandelion wishes. I see someone now coming and being like, well, here I am, and I'm almost trying to like stop. It's almost like gonna unwind all of this. So you keep doing your hopes and dreams. I feel like in this one, this person may have given up their hopes and dreams for love. But Spirit wants you to have both. So again, that was partnerships, relationships, and collaboration. If someone's not really collaborating with you and only kind of taking, and just, I almost feel like, be careful of those who latch on so much to you. They might be like supportive of your dreams and things, but it's a feeling. And because you have your mind and your heart, you almost feel who depletes you, because they're not tapping into their source. He's not tapping into anything except her. I almost feel like it's a vampire kind of energy. So the next one to come out is transformation, intimacy, and shared resources. That's August. I release the old and embrace transformation with grace. So in the past, I feel like that person, you're like, you know, I've been in this circle so many times, this cycle. So now you know when it comes, as it said, to let go with grace. Thanks, but no thanks. I wish you well. But let's actually see what cards are coming through. Yeah, exactly. So this was in reverse. We have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, quick movement, like jumping into it. And you're like, thanks, but no thanks. I wish you well. And you continue to keep going on your Pentacles journey. So we have Ace of Pentacles. What do you want to share? I'm being drawn to the yellow flowers. And so yellow in flowers signifies friendships. So in this one, it's like intimacy and shared resources. What I feel like with this one, it almost like came rushing in, and it was like it was so absorbed and infatuated. There was no friendship before. And so that's what I feel like all of this is kind of taught, is how to build a foundation on friendship first. I feel like that's real raw intimacy. Just because you can sleep with someone and use their body and all those things, have like a marriage contract, whatever. But if you're not friends, there's real no intimacy there. And so, especially when it comes to like love making, if you haven't really tapped into that person's heart, it's just whatever. It's just passion, or I keep hearing misguided. They keep saying like misguided passion or something like that. And so yeah, that's where you're like, I want a friend first and foremost, and then we'll think about it, you know? And so after that, it goes, I release the old and embrace the transformation with grace. Because your friends wouldn't treat you like how this one is. This one wants to, I feel like it's toxic and it wants to trap and contain and whatever. But like a real friend, just like, they love to hear your stories. They love to hear your ideas. They love to hear where you came from, where you are, and where you're going. They just care about your journey. And I feel so good when I said that. It's like, yeah. Just think about it. Once you break up with someone, it kind of shows their character. Like, were you real friends from the beginning? And maybe those are part of the onion layers that keep coming through. But you know what? Can't wait to share this because I've been like pondering over this for like the last little bit, and just like it brings so much gratitude to my heart, because I've actually been like just sending out so much love to my friends, because once upon a time I was in a relationship, and I always wanted these things from this relationship, right? I wanted to be seen. I wanted to whatever. And the things that I always wanted from it, it wasn't based on friendship first. And so it wasn't the best. And so fast forward, it was like, what did I really want from that person? Because I had like needs that needed to be met. I'm not talking about like sexual or whatever, but like that friendship aspect. And so I made these friends, and I thought that my partner was supposed to give that to me. But then Spirit sent me these two friends, one guy, one girl. And it's so interesting because the feminine, she embodies the masculine energy, and then the guy kind of embraces the feminine energy. And it's such this like, yeah, I don't know. What I want to say is I think having friends is way more important, like real friends, not just people who are there by proximity. Because that's what I think about. When I was younger, I would have never been friends with people that I was friends with. The only reason why we were friends is because I was from a really small town, and based on proximity, that's that was Lim Pickens. And I see now I would have much been happier alone. But you know what? In those friendships, I was very lonely. So, yeah. Would you rather be alone and happy, or would you rather be around people and lonely? So friendships, real ones. Like I say, the universe brought me these two people, and they like enrich my life so much. Ooh, and they do. They're just amazing. So yeah, yellow, friendships. It's wonderful. So again, that was home, family, and emotional security. I nurture my roots. Where am I? No. Transformation, intimacy, and shared resources. I release the old and embrace transformation with grace. And by me releasing that one person, the universe brought me two. I don't know. Is that how the universe works? I don't know. But I know that I deserved those qualities to be reflected back, because that's what I had to give. And so if you're not getting it from someone, especially if you're with like an energy like that, I don't know, there's a need for just go slow. Because with this King of Swords, it's like it's trying to rush and push you into something. And like, I almost feel like it's a boa constrictor. Like they latch onto your energy, or vampire. And I just feel like you're focused on whatever it is, but they want to derail it. And if you get derailed, you're gonna regret. Like, man, I wish I followed through on that. What if I had tried? And you'll be stuck with that. Blah, 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 blah. So, moving on out to September. You wanna know what? Most of my songs, my favorite songs, all have September in it. I really love September for some reason. And because September is kind of like warm and cold, so you get to wear a sweater, but don't have to wear like winter jacket. But I feel like sweaters, I love sweaters because I feel like it's a hug. And in Saskatchewan, don't they call it a bunny hug? Or something weird? Anyways. September is all about higher learning, travel, and beliefs. I explore new horizons and expand my understanding of the world. What I find interesting about that is usually, not all places, but doesn't school start up in September? Higher learning. So back to September. I explore new horizons and expand my understanding of the world. With that, we have a Nine of Swords in reverse. Look, they're laying in bed. There's all these people trying to attack them. But with it in reverse, it's like, I understand why people behave the way that they do, and not letting it affect you, not letting it destroy your peace, because this person was focused on their heart, what spirit was telling them. They said, you build friendships and you'll find people to come along your journey to help you grow this pentacle. And by doing that, you'll really start to understand how to read people, energy, especially with the mind and the heart in balance. People will come to you, and they're showing me solar plexus, because this is like the solar plexus. You're gonna get a gut feeling that you're like, this person makes me feel gross, and this person makes me feel good. And the ones that kind of make you feel gross, you can go within and ask yourself, what am I learning from this? But because you are in connection with these angels and spirit, you're not getting tricked as much as you used to. You were so quick to believe these people and their masks. That's not his real face. Well, no, that is his real face. And I'm being drawn to this. Ugh. I'm being drawn to like the sad one. And you being like, oh, here, let me help you, right? And then they're like, I'm really a devil in disguise, you know? And then this one, I don't know. I just almost see like these people you always saw these people as like, in the past, I can help you, right? It's that over-giving, over-loving, and then it crushed your heart. And so by you learning, like, nope, I don't need these people to take advantage of me. I'm going to work on friendships. I'm going to bring the right people into my life. I'm going to work with spirit. I'm going to continue to keep growing. And because you finally use discernment on the higher learning was which friends should you pick? Who should be in your circle? Because this is Ace of Pentacles. This is an idea that is going to grow. And if you have people around you that don't wish well, who aren't filling up their cup, bringing 2 full cups together to pour into a third one, it's going to deplete. And then this pentacle, this whatever is meant to grow, won't ever get off the ground. But because you learned who you can trust, who's your real friend, like real friends, like I got your back. The people who help build you up rather than tear you down. People who see you succeed and are so happy for your success instead of jealous. And in with that, you're going to grow and you're going to grow and you're going to grow into the Queen of Pentacles. And in order to get to be the Queen of Pentacles, right, she's kind of, it looks like she's holding it like very cautiously. It's like, I know how the world works. I know that there's all these sneaky devils, and I'm not so quick to just give out all my resources. Especially with Pentacles, it's all about your stability. So I feel like, was home coming up lately? Oh, go away, please. Travel beliefs. I explore new horizons and expand my understanding of the world. So now that you've learned from all your past heartaches and mistakes, you've learned you can't really trust everyone. And so you went within, you recollected yourself, you saved that inner child, you got the mind in check, you got the heart in check, and you have these great friends and support. You've cut out all these little D-boys, whatever, this energy that they just, I don't know, they just see you as like lust is what kind of comes out. They're not seeing your higher knowledge. They don't even see you as a person. And so I almost see now being in this queen energy, right? We got that queen crown. Ding. Now that we're in this queen energy, I see everyone coming and being like, you've got all this money and abundance and resources and knowledge, like, tell me what to do, save me. And she's like, well, I know how to allocate my resources and time and attention. And I know that by me giving all my money or time or energy to you is only going to deplete me. And so I know that you can do it on your own. And then knowing when someone actually does come and you see like an opportunity to grow it, yeah, you can give into that, because I feel like with that is those friends, right? You have those bonds where they support and thrive together. So again, I explore new horizons and expand my understanding of the world. And by doing so, I learn to step into my confidence, my queen energy, and that's what I just see. Finally standing, like sitting there, content and happy. Because it seemed like homes got rocked, beliefs got rocked, everything got rocked in this. Your mind, your heart, your everything. And like at this one, I finally feel like it's like, we get to sit. So the next one to come out is career, public image, and ambitions. I achieve my goals and shine in my chosen path. So what do we have here? We have the Seven of Swords. Oh no, which direction did I have it? Anyways, we've got the Prince of Wands in reverse. Because I didn't know what direction this one was, I do want to pull maybe a clarifier. So, as that one said, career, public image, and ambitions. I achieve my goals and shine in my career path. With the Seven of Swords, I'm seeing someone be jealous, trying to sneak and steal. There's a little bit of... I heard snake in the hen house, but the saying's fox in the hen house. But they said a snake. And I asked for clarification about this Prince of Wands, and I got, be a spreader of love, illuminated masters. So the main thing that kind of pulls out on that is I see him kind of like standing like in like a meditation, like hard pose. Not letting the heat get to him. But there are like people around. This one, I almost feel like it could either be a colleague, a coworker, because this is all career focused. But you know what I kind of get? Friends of friends. You're so picky on your friends, but you know, sometimes with those friends, who's in their vicinity? And I see someone kind of just being a little bit jealous, trying to come in and doing all those things. So I just see like in October being a little bit more of a challenge. But because you've mastered so much within you, this fire, this, especially Pentacles is all about earth. You're so grounded that when this fire comes, it's like, I heard try me, bitch. But it's like, it's an opportunity for you to like, not let it affect you. Not let it soak in and cause that whatever. It's almost like a quick, as I said previously, right, higher, you know how people work, you know, these devil masks and things like that. And so, because you have these devil masks, and as this Queen of Pentacles, I said people are going to be coming to you for things. And so that's what I feel like that this person's doing. I see you like very balanced and like, you know, you're loving. So I see someone kind of coming to try and play on your generosity and your love and your giving nature. But they're sneaky and they're deceptive. And that's where this real discernment needs to come in. And the only reason why it's kind of being tested is because previously in the month before, you had this challenge and you passed it, right? Because look at these people. You look at their faces instantly and you know that that's an energy you don't want to help. But in this one, again, I got like it's a friend of a friend or something like that. And so the face isn't as distorted. It's almost like you need to see behind the illusion. And that's what it said. The mind and the heart and the solar plexus, you need to feel into this and illuminate. Be a spreader of love. And all I really see is that this is just petty, jealous stuff around you. They see you being so balanced and centered and that they didn't do the work. Maybe it's even this person over here, but I get that this might be a different influence. But it's like, I just want to like push that person. Like I said, your light irritates their demons. And so they see you so balanced and stuff. So I just see like someone kind of like coming and throwing jabs and things like that. And so how do I see this? I see this as energy coming to your aura, and spirit doesn't even want you to take it in. Don't let it into your body. It's like when they say those words and they try to trick you, it's like they want to see it affect you. But it's not going to affect you because you have this really powerful aura at this moment. You're a spreader of love, and this person wants to take advantage of your love. But guess what? Also in love, you're balanced and you're objective. And why would I give my resources to a thief? There's no honor among thieves. Now I'm being drawn to Robin Hood because I always loved that story. There's no, I don't know. I gotta go concentrate on that later maybe. But I don't know. I feel like this person did this to someone over here. And so for you to, I don't know, and then now they're over here. I think that's it. It's like if they're gonna treat these people one way, because I also hear reputation. So what is this again? Oh yeah, career, public image, ambitions. I achieve my goals and shine in my chosen path. So I feel like this person shit talks people over here. And then they come to you, and when they're telling you all these things about this other person, what makes you think they're not talking about you to other people? So Spirit's telling you, you need to stand in your integrity and you need to choose love. The more and more you keep letting this person come, I see that, right? I see people coming to you, but then I also see this person, as I said, if they're talking about others, they're trying to wreck your reputation too. Because it just seems like you've gone through so much this year. And you've built so much for yourself. And you've been so divinely guided that it's just a test. I say, thanks, Spirit, for always testing me. I always pass on with flying colors. So, now we're back to November. Friendships, community, and aspirations. I connect with others and grow through shared dreams and goals. This person wants to take from you whatever. So you don't really want to share with them. Or else, yeah, it's mostly like, you know, when someone wins the lottery and then all of a sudden all the distant relatives follow the woodwork. It was like, I've always cared about you. I've always loved you. And it's like, I haven't seen you in 20 years. Like, why are you here now? No, but I always loved you. You're a liar. You're a cheat. You're sneaky. That's not true. Those aren't people's cups that you fill. There's a little bit of you that can be generous, but I almost see like Spirit gifting someone like large sum of money, and you could take that money, and because you have the King of Swords and the heart, it's almost like you can take that, manifest it, multiply it times 10 and help the whole world. You know, you could cause real change in Rebels. Career and ambition, right? You're going to create the love. You're going to be a spreader of love. You are going to work on your energy, and from that, you're going to help so many others. But you're not going to help others who just kind of come and take. So as again, friendships, community, I connect with others who grow through the same shared dreams and goals. What was I trying to say? So what do we got here? We got 6 of Pentacles. Look! That's exactly what I was just saying. There's this girl, and she's sitting there, and she's helping the sick and needy. Those are the people that need your help. And you know what? At first, it may not seem a shared goal, but in Spirit's eyes, it is. Right? In this one, it may seem like they're taking, but it's divinely guided by Spirit. Whereas this person wants to take from this queen and leave the queen in this energy slash this energy. Like knock you off your horse, make you emotional, make you not be able to do what it is that you're here to do. So then the next one to come out is the 8 of Pentacles. It was in reverse. So I see this as like 8 of Pentacles is all about you working on your career, or like always, like it's usually someone at a desk and they're like hammering the pentacles, and each one starts off basic and then it gets more intricate and more intricate and more intricate and like detailed. So it's like the more you put into it, the more it will grow. The better you'll come in time. And so I see her sitting here like healing someone. This spreader of love, it's like you're going to touch so many people. You're on this healer's journey. But this was in reverse. And I see this as a potential love match. Were we talking friendships? Where are we on? November. Friendships, community, and aspirations. I connect with others and grow through shared dreams and goals. And I don't know, maybe this is a friend, maybe this is something, but I see her doing everything to him, but he needs to step. Remember there was this guy over here who would not look within or take any responsibility. This one I see going within and learning to heal themselves. So this girl doesn't need to keep putting all this time and energy into this. Just let them heal them. I connect with others through shared dreams and goals. They have the same dream as you, and they dream to be a sovereign being, just like you want to be a sovereign being. That's what this whole year has taught you to be. Not having anyone pull on your energy, your heartstrings, or anything. So for you to be like, let me fix you. Well, no, let them fix them. And then you both learned how to do it. You could share your knowledge and your information, maybe by doing your career purpose or whatever it is. and they'll watch you with admiration, and it will inspire them to step into their role as a healer. So now, last but not least, we're going to wind up back to December, a year from today. And that is reflection, spirituality, and endings. So yeah, we're in December right now. If we're going to go by the Gregorian calendar, endings are coming. I rest, reflect, and release to make space for new blessings. Do I have to read this again? Apparently I do. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. So, December, so all about reflection, spirituality, endings. What did you learn this year? So we have Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is all about feeling like you're trapped. And then over here, we have Nine of Pentacles. It was in reverse. So Nine of Pentacles is like being self-made and just everything like that. And this one is all about you feeling trapped and having no way out. So by this time, think about where you are right now, today. In 1 year's time, Spirit wants to say that you are going to free yourself from whatever this mental trap or mental prison is. You're no longer going to be with those swords looming over you that could just fall down at any minute and like cut you, right? There's no more tower moments. And in it, you go through this whole walk, and it's all about learning who you are, balancing yourself, bringing in the inner child, the mind, the heart, letting death happen, not letting people tell you who you are and treating you like with disrespect in that whole lusty whatever energy, or seeing your growth and taking advantage of it and trying to make you do the work and then thriving off your energy. You're going to learn how to empower your own self, and because you're following Spirit, you've got your angels, your guides, it's now led you on this path. And as the very beginning said, this whole path is so straightforward. You're going to see, I almost like each time you go around the bend, each month, you're going to see these things coming right away. The only one was like in May, where there was like that real anger and rage that needs to be expressed. And I think that's going to be the hardest part, is to contain yourself once you tap into it. And that's where that high priest is needing to have a little bit of that wisdom. You might have to say mean, sharp things, but I feel like this rage is actually coming from the heart. And so once you kind of go in that, it's like let off that steam. Remember, where is that? That negative cleansing. It's always just kind of been below the surface, ready to come up and out. And it's like, thank God we could finally let this up and out. Just let it out. So what did you learn? You're not trapped. You never were. And by you finally freeing yourself, you're able to like be like, I did this on my own. And going back to this Ten of Pentacles, it almost seems like, again, Pentacles is all about like what do I see? I feel like Ten of Cups would have been like the happy relationship, but Ten of Pentacles almost seems like arranged marriage or contracts or something like that. Something that deals with more not using the heart and contracts mostly. And so thinking that you need to put yourself in a contract that doesn't help you, it makes you so depleted, and being like, I did it. I didn't need to rely on this other person to fulfill my needs. As my explanation, all I wanted from my one partner was friendship, and he just couldn't give it to me. And so the two things that like I kind of liked about them, I found in two other people. And these other people like reach out to me all the time and like check on me, and they're just so awesome. Oh, I hate being emotional, but no, I really love these people. These people are so freaking awesome. And I feel like that's I've been picking up on like some people's energy coming through, and they're feeling very lonely. And the thing is like you've already left the hardest parts. The tower moment has already stopped. And I keep picking up on people's emotions, and I kind of went through this journey already. And I can kind of speak from a little bit of experience that when you work with spirit and you keep going within and you keep doing your shadow work, you're going to be able to stand there at the end of the day and be so proud of yourself and be like, I made it happen. And I'm being drawn to like a John Mayer song. And it was Jimi Hendrix, Bold as Love. Ooh, that's what this year is. This year is you stepping in and honoring yourself and being bold, sharing your love. Because I don't think before you got to share the love, I think people saw it just as this energy. But that's not love, that's lust. You get to be love this time. But I also see in all of this freeing yourself, but especially with all these pentacles, you're going to create stability for yourself. So what do I see? It talked about career and home and jobs and friends and everything. Like, it's going to be a good year. And as I started this, I was like, things are coming together. Things are coming into alignment. Last year and the couple years was all about purging. There's not much purging. It seems like from May to July, and the only reason why I think like those emotions come up again is because things are melting, right? And so the things that have been kind of there are like, ugh. And then I feel like other people, they're also in the melt, but they didn't do the self-reflection, and they're just going to come to you, and you're just like, nope. As it said, the path is so straight that you're going to see it coming. It's almost, she'll be coming around the mountain. I see someone like coming around, you're like, ugh, like, damn, all right. And then you get everything that you need, and then they come and they tell you whatever lie it is that they want, and you're just like, how can I say this with love and stand in my integrity, right? Because I am this helpful healing person, but I've learned this year to let others heal themselves as well, especially if they're your friends. Let them empower themselves and have a community of empowered people. And that's what this card is. A community of empowered people, not someone, I almost see like on here, it's like this girl, she doesn't seem confident in anything. I feel like she's marrying him because he has money and all these things, and because it will provide her with a stable life. But in it, it was like void, the inner child, all these things. So to go from that to stepping into the King of Swords energy, and like nurturing that inner child, they kind of stepped into this energy. There's a need to kind of like embrace the raw side of you, the wild side. I feel like neat and contained and polished and manicured. They're showing me in terms of like flowers in the wild, and now the fairies are coming through, and they don't really like when you take their surroundings and like keep hacking at it, and like, they're like, just let it grow, let it be wild. And that's what I see. I see you. Let's bring me to this. There is a little bit of this energy in you, but if you can take that and like channel it into something healthy, then I heard Bob's your uncle, but what the hell does that even mean? Why is that a saying? Why is it in my head? But yeah, so let's go back over into the center here. This whole year, you're going to free yourself from things. You're going to learn that loyalty is, especially with those around you, if you're loyal to those who just deplete you, like your loyalty is only going to drag you down lower and lower. There's going to become this like crossroads moment where I feel like you're gonna, I feel like you're already there. I feel like you're already at the crossroads moments where tower after tower has happened, and you're just like, what spirit? Like, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm being drawn to? Eat, Pray, Love. When she's, when she goes to the washroom and she just like, at the very beginning of the movie, and was like, help me. Like, I don't even know what to do. I've created my life. I put all my time, all my resources, all my energy into this, and I'm so not happy. And Spirit's going to give you a way to rebuild yourself. I don't feel like that you need to cut away everything, but there is a shakeup, a transformation. I need to, again, it's bringing to those wildflowers, because I feel like these are the most important cards on the board. And it's you containing your energy and going on your path and your purpose and your healing, and not letting other people come. Because I feel like people disturbed your peace so much, and it's just because you loved conditionally. If I give my love to them, then they'll love me more. Well, that's a condition. I'm only loving because I hope to get something back. But it just depleted and depleted and depleted. I feel like someone, whoever it is, already asked. And so angels have been like all over this reading. Lighten things up. This whole year, Spirit's got your back. And they want that reminder that when you see this total death moment, that this is a huge transformation, and it's kind of, they're a part of it. So when you think you're losing something, it's a blessing. Spirit's bringing you something. And what comes with that Queen of Hearts moment. It's like that, And so, yeah, the new children. I feel like you were always a little weirdo, and you're still a little weirdo. And now it's like that little weirdo coming through. I felt like saying, wave your freak flag. And it's funny because like over here we got like rainbow flags. And normally rainbow flags are like LGBT or whatever, all those other letters. But in this one, I'm getting rainbow children. That's your freak flag. And last but not least, we've got animals. And I was like, how does this one even play into any of this? I don't get it. But it makes sense at the end when we talked about the fairies and how they love things wild and raw. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of polished in it, but like, get out there. I almost get in the trenches, get it, like, I don't know, get dirty, get muddy. Like, you're being guided on this really cool healing journey. And so to honor the animal kingdom, well, the fairies and the elementals are part of that kingdom. They're like the protectors of it. They're so invested in us saving our resources, trying to help our planet. And then when I like looked over here, it looks like an angel, but I almost get like this is a fairy. And so I see above help, and then I see you grounding it and working with the elementals. And they're the ones that are going to bring the career path and the opportunity or whatever this is. They're very much connected to earthly elements. And money and career or whatever this is, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing one thing. This is such a long reading, but it is a lot of cards. Oh yeah, they just keep saying like the main thing is that you kept giving your resources and your energy to those who didn't deserve it, so it didn't grow and thrive. And so that's what they want you to do. They're saying in this whole thing, you'll know exactly where to go. The path is clear as long as you work with your guides. As long as you learn to tap into this, and the path, I said, is straight. And so when you have your mind and your heart in it, it should flow easier. If you're pushing really hard to make something happen, that's when you should see if this is actually what Spirit wants you to do, or if maybe it's time to go back and just rest a little bit. Step into that power and meditate, and then find the real path. So you read this one last time, and then we'll finally wrap it up. So remember, We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that we have waiting for us. Because right now we're in December, and December is all about reflection, spirituality, endings. I rest and reflect and release to make space for new beginnings. We're using the Gregorian calendar right now, but you know what? Intention. So, happy healing. I feel like the super hard part is over. It's just there's going to be a little bit of things that come up for you to practice your boundaries and how to say your boundaries with love. And with that, we'll see you next time. Have a good day. Bye, guys.